to the event, kind of what you guys are about to hear tonight. There's about 400 people there at a Philly event, and there was maybe about $50,000 cars parked out front. And it had a Vimo logo on the side. I'm like, okay, how come I haven't heard about this thing? And that's when he actually got me in contact with this girl named Maggie Tippo. At the time, she was making about $2,000 a month. Now she's making well over $2,000 a week. And she actually told me, she's like, Jeremy, you haven't heard about this thing because it's network marketing, is word of mouth advertisement. Alright, and what it says right here is VIMO, that's an acronym. It actually stands for vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, and aloe vera. Does anyone here know what mangosteen is? Alright, doesn't know what mangosteen is. Alright, cool. I'll tell you guys about that. Alright, no, mangosteen is a superfruit.
We don't know what mangosteen is. Can you explain it?
Yeah, mangosteen is a superfruit found out in Southeast Asia. It's packed with antioxidants. It's known to kill free radical cells that cause infections, diabetes, and cancer. Aloe vera, everyone knows aloe vera. It's good for your hair, skin, nails, eyesight. Alright, but the company is going on its 9th year. It's founded by CEO BK Breakout in Scottsdale, Arizona. To give you a little bit of background about BK, at a young age, his parents passed away of heart disease and cancer, right? So what BK did was he invested a lot of his time in the health and wellness business. And he said, alright, BK invested a lot of time in the health and wellness business, and he said, alright, I'm going to find ways to make people healthy so they don't go through what, like, I had to go through, because he now has 6 kids under the age of 6. He doesn't want them to go through the same thing that he went through, right? So what he did was he came up with this 2-ounce liquid multivitamin, which is what is in every... It's behind him. Yeah, this thing. It's a 2-ounce liquid multivitamin. What he actually did was he took that same liquid multivitamin and he put it in energy drink, ultra purified carbonated water, and 80 milligrams of natural caffeine, which is better for you than the artificial stuff, the stuff that's bad for you. Alright, but the unique thing about this company is that they don't pay for traditional type of advertisements, they don't pay for billboards, they don't pay for commercials, nothing like that. What they actually do is they pay the consumers to tell their friends about it. Alright? So if you think, how did Facebook get big? AIM, Twitter, Instagram. Who in here has a Facebook? Everyone has Facebook, right? Alright, maybe at the time before Facebook you had MySpace. Alright, how do you hear about Facebook?
It went down the line.
Yeah, through a friend, right?
Yeah.
Facebook got really big through word of mouth, right? Mark Zuckerberg, he never hit you up and said, yo, get a Facebook, I got this thing, it's gonna be really big, right? No, you heard about it through a friend. We've been doing this since we were young. AIM, Instagram, all the networks, we built them, but we never got compensated to do that. Here, what we're doing is we're networking a product that's relevant to everybody. Everyone wants to be healthy. It's actually one of the healthiest things you can put in your body. It was on the Dr. Oz show 3 times in the last 15 months, saying it's the healthiest thing you can put in your body. Half a can of the original Verve, a handful of almonds, you're good for your day. It was also featured in the Men's Health Journal as the best overall supplement. Yeah, networking. Touch a little bit on networking. We're on our phones all day. It's in this generation, it's like getting paid to breathe, like networking. We're on our phones talking to our friends about the newest shoes. It's like I got North Face on. If I walk down the street and someone sees this North Face jacket and says, yo, where you get that? And I saw Champs or something, they go to Champs and buy it. I'll never get compensated for that, right? But that's what we're doing here. We're getting paid on a product that we already spend money on, $70 million a day, in the worst economy since the Great Depression. We're networking it to the most socially connected demographic of all time. What do you think of that?
Hey, boy.
What do you think of that? Alright, but
Huh?
I'm gonna pass it off to Josh. He's actually decent in his business. He's on the up and up, killing it. He's gonna touch on it a little bit.
Woo! Yeah!
I think that's the first time I've actually heard him go like into it, which was pretty good. So give it once again, you guys and you 3. Cool. So just understand, whoever brought you here likes, trusts, respects you enough to just share this with you. Whether you like it or not, they're just simply sharing it with you. So please feel honored that they wanted to bring this to you. But just kind of my background, I'm Josh from down 309 underneath Quakertown. I actually go to East Stroudsburg, so for you guys, Warriors, what up? And I heard about the whole thing about 13 months ago. Sitting in my dorm room, went down to the basement, meet these two kids. Nick and Jorge, they threw the whole thing down for me, kind of like this, only a little bit more personable. And I fell in love with it. However, I still call it a pyramid scheme. I still call it too good to be true. I was skeptical as anything, so if you're skeptical, that's fine. In my personal opinion, the most skeptical people do the best in this business simply because they get the right information up front before figuring out what not to do. Right? So the whole entire thing from my lab 13 months ago. Since then, what I've done with it is I shared this with 3 people. Those 3 people, one of them actually did quit. So the 2 people that stuck with us and actually took advantage of it has grown my network to a little over 300 people actively consuming these products on a monthly basis. In my opinion, in 13 months, 300 people, that's very, very slow because I didn't do anything for 5.5 months. You come into this like Tim Wilson back there, you get into a car, you think it started from the bottom. As soon as you see the car, like he did, you'll blow up exactly like he did. You know, you're in great hands with the people in this room, the leaders in this room, are going very, very, very far in this business. Mark my words. There's no doubt in my mind these kids are doing it faster than I've done it. And there's no doubt in my mind that they're going to teach people to do it faster than they did. So you're in great hands, like I said. But just understand, I'm kind of going to recap exactly what we're doing. But like Remy said, we're working with a health and wellness company called EMA, MMA, vitamins, essential minerals, and aloe vera. Okay, 12 of your everyday vitamins, A through 8, 65 plant source minerals go along with those vitamins to boost your immune system by 18%. So yeah, this is an energy supplement. Okay, what other energy drinks, energy supplements out there today boost your immune system by not 18% but 1%? Rockstar, not vitamin water, Red Bull, Gatorade, all those energy drinks. What boost your immune system at all? Any of them? No, right? So Red Bull's illegal in France. If you didn't know that, it's basically like carbonated piss water that's literally killing people. Monster has 13 grade A lawsuits against them. So yeah, people still are consuming them every day on a daily basis. My brother used to drink about 48 ounces of Red Bull a day. I don't know how he's not dead. Thank God he's not. But I share this with him just simply as, he's my brother. He's my blood. I don't want him to be one of the, the people who do die. Okay, so I share this with him. Stop drinking 48 ounces of Red Bull a day. Drinks about a verb a day with like a shit ton of water, which is fine with me. But I kind of see that as I saved my brother, right? This is simply something that like I said, I shared it with somebody that I like, trust, and respect enough to want to, just consume the products, right? So it doesn't have to be somebody that, joins the business to make money. It could be somebody who just joins the business, or not even joins the business, but just consuming the product. So actually what 70% of BIMA is simply just people consuming the product. 30% actually take the extra step and go out there and make money with it. People who take advantage of the 30% of the people who take advantage of it do very, very, very well, if they choose to. You can come into this, be like me, and not make any money for 5.5 months if you don't do anything. So I came into this expecting that my friend Nick was going to do everything for me, and what happened? I was sitting in my dorm room, broke, after 5.5 months in this business. Who's made money in the first 5.5 months? In BIMA. So I thought, you're not even 5.5 months in. So it works if you work, but only if you work. But kind of going back to what Remy said, was talking about networking, right? We're born in networking. We've been networking since we were literally like 3, right? So I'll use your Sperry's, right? So Christina's got Sperry's on. Like Remy said, same thing with North Face. She goes to somebody sees her rocking the Sperry's, they go buy it, says Christina's the only reason why I'm buying these shoes. Is she ever gonna get a paycheck? No. Think about all the movie tickets you ever sold. Logos, brands, everything. You sell every single day without noticing it. Why is that fair? It's not. You should be getting paid for that. So now we simply are sharing a product that we're already consuming. Okay, energy drinks do about $70 million a day. Now all we're doing is sharing that with our friends. So 85% of that $70 million is 15 to 25-year-olds. Anybody over 25? Under 15? No. So we all fit into that 85%. Good. You're here for the right reasons. Okay, your friend, like, trust, and respect enough, like I said, to change your life positively. If you choose to. This doesn't have to be for you. If it's not, that's fine. We're simply just looking for like-minded individuals that think like the person that brought you here. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But like I said, actually, like Remy said, we network every single day. So this whole entire affiliate marketing or network marketing Fastest growing industry in the world. This company, Beema, is the fastest growing company in that industry. Okay, so 13 months ago when I started, it was the second highest paid profession, not the first. Okay, I'm not a professional athlete. I'm never going in professional athletics. So this was my next, my best shot at becoming, that millionaire that I've always wanted to be. Anybody not want to be a millionaire? That's what I thought. Right, but ask yourself this honest question: what are you doing right now today to get yourself to making $1 million a year? That's how I was. That's how I honestly, probably most of us were. But I was always told from a young age, go to school, get really, really good grades, work really, really hard. Go to a college, prestige college where you can get a nice degree and then get a JOB, a job just over broke or having that journey of the broke. So I wanted to be an athletic trainer, physical therapist, but that's not going to make me $1 million a year. Even if I'm professional, working for a professional athletic team, I'm still not going to be making $1 million a year. What I want to do is I want to open up my own clinic, a physical therapy clinic right out of school, not have to work for somebody else teaching me, or telling me what to do, when to do it. But worst of all, in my opinion, tell me how much I'm paid. You're a human being. You're worth as much money as you want per hour, per second, whatever. This is, network marketing, affiliate marketing is simply working for yourself. As soon as you get started, you start your own business. You file a W-9 with the IRS stating your own individual sole proprietorship. You're your own boss. You work when you want, where you want, whenever you want. You make as much money as you want with who you want. Okay, so who's going to Vegas next month?
Hey, what?
Right?
Eric.
I wouldn't be going to Vegas with some of my best friends if I was still working at Kohl's or still working the construction job that I'm working currently because it's spring break. Right? I wouldn't be going to these places, seeing these people. I actually probably wouldn't know any of you except for probably Tim and Damon and James if I didn't know, if I never had Beema. Right? So 13 months ago, I was like that lonely kid, shy, didn't do anything. 13 months, to today, I do what I want, when I want, with who I want, where I want, and make as much as I want while I'm doing that. So I can wake up $100 richer. Who can do that? Working a job. If you're not in Beema, can you do that anywhere else? Can you literally, pardon my French, take a shit and make money? No. Now I can. Now anybody can. So, not that it's my favorite part, but it is pretty sweet. And I was with one of my friends. His name's Jesse Munt. For those in the business, you know who he is. 20-year-old from Bloomsburg, or went to Bloomsburg. But it was funny because we were hanging out, and I think it was the Super Bowl. And Jesse was a little intoxicated, but that's not beside the point. Went to the bathroom, comes back, he's like, yo, I just made $80. And he was downstairs for 3 seconds. But I don't know, it blew my mind. Anyway, it's network marketing, first highest paid profession in the world, yet nobody knows about it, right? Because we're always taught, like I said, go to school, get good grades, go get a job. But the job market's not there today. Everybody can kind of agree the economy's in the shitter. 54% of people with bachelor's degrees don't get a job right after they graduate. And I'm not trying to flip a coin and say, okay, heads I get a job, tails I don't. Or I'm living back at my parents' house. That's not for me. I want to do what I want, where I want, and not have to live with my parents after school. If not, go back to school for graduate school. Put myself in more debt when college loans are the #1 debt in America. Just went over $1.3 trillion. That's a shit ton of money. That's real money. So I realize I'm already in debt to the government with my student loans. What the hell am I going to do making $30,000 a year after I graduate? If I get a job. That means if I don't, I'm putting myself in more debt, like I said. So this is my way of going to school full-time, doing athletic training, and making an income on the side. On the side, part-time. So when I got started, I had about a half-hour a night to do what I wanted. Finally, I found this kid. Finally got involved, with somebody else and started rolling with it. And thank God I found that kid, because without me finding him, none of you guys would be here. Well, maybe a few of you guys, but without really him, none of you guys would be here. So give it up for Tim. And David. But really, guys, what I understood was that the price of the product is the price of the business. So if anybody's wondering, how do I get involved? How do I get started? How do I do this? Simply, all you do is you just buy a product. Right? So to really get started, what I actually did is I bought 2 cases of Verve. So 2 cases right there for $150. What that does for me is it gives me my 2 free networking sites, my marketing sites paid for, and maintained by the company, so you don't have to put up whatever X amount of dollars per month to maintain your websites. They do that for you. They track everything for you, so all you have to do is literally log in, and it's everything is right there on the computer screen. Or you can check your free app that's given to you by the company. So your business is basically with you 24/7 on your smartphone. Anybody not have a smartphone?
2014.
That's what I thought. Hey, some people don't. So you $150, 2 cases. You get paid, a good amount of ways. But what I realized from day one, what my why from day one was to retire my parents, giving me everything in my whole entire life. I want to give back to them. May 15, 2016, they will both be retired. Mark my words. Thank you. But if I wanted to do that, I obviously needed to give more to the company so I can get more. You give more to anything, you're going to get more. So I realized I had to upgrade from these 2 cases to another 4 cases. So I got 6 cases of Verve and a little box of the Verve shots for a little over $500. But like I said, I gave more, so I get more. The 3 bonuses that you do get on that, the affiliate package is what it's called, is you get, the first is the frenzy bonus, which is if you tell 3 of your friends in a week's time you purchase the affiliate package, those 3 have bought an affiliate package themselves, you just made around $700. So who's frenzied in this room? 1, 2, 3. Cool. I personally never frenzied. That's okay. You don't have to frenzy, but that's one of the bonuses that you do get if you choose to take advantage of that. The second qualification, in my opinion, it's everybody's favorite. Because everybody, I guarantee, if I go around the room, if you're in the business, you can tell me what car you're going to get. So the second qualification is the car qualification. So who's driving a 2014 car of anything? No, cool. Next month, yeah, a bunch of us are next month. So you hit the rank of diamond, which a bunch of us are going to hit this month. The company's going to give you $400 extra dollars on top of everything you've made that month to go lease or finance any car, any color, any make, any model, $30,000 or higher, and 3 years old or newer. So whatever your dream car is, you'll get it. Okay, now the company's going to pay for your monthly payments on that. And you're basically driving a nice-ass car paid for by the company. It's not a company car. Your name's on the registration. All you got to do is send the proof of purchase into the company. They'll give you that $400
every month.
Every single month, on top of what you're making. So, like I said, if you choose to take advantage of it. For me, actually, what I'm still debating on whether or not to do is the third bonus, which is the college payment plan, college tuition bonus, whatever you want to call it. So, you hit the rank of diamond, you can choose the car or you can choose the student loans. So the company will give you just under $10 grand a year for your student loans. For me, going to East Stroudsburg, I'm a shit ton of debt already. If I want to go to physical therapy school, it's another shit ton of debt I'm going to be in. So like I said, how am I supposed to pay off that debt, making $30,000 to $50,000 a year? Trying to budget, a life, trying to budget, hopefully, not anytime soon, hopefully, but a wife, family, how am I going to do that? House, whatever. Try to budget your life, and if you can do it, by all means, go for it. For me, I don't want to live on $30,000 to $50,000 a year. I don't want $30,000 to $50,000 like an hour. Like that's what I'm talking about, right? So in this, in this company, what we're in right now is the sweet spot in network marketing, which is anywhere between 100 million and $1 billion. As of last year, we did 221 million. The year before that, 2012, we did 117. So that's an 89% growth. Okay, companies McDonald's, Ford, just to name a couple of other companies that have done that type of hyper growth. Okay, we're in that kind of same ballpark as them. Our CEO, DK Braco, last year won the Stevie Award for Best CEO. Okay, our other CEOs years prior were the CEO of Apple a couple years ago. Everybody know his name?
John.
Thank you. The CEO of Ford. He is dead. But anyway, 3 years ago, so our CEO's in that kind of ballpark with the CEO of Apple, CEO of Ford. Am I missing any? I don't know, but you guys get the point.
I mean, we won 100 awards this past year. So you're missing a lot, but.
So the credibility's there. The company was there. I understood everything. I made it make sense for me, guys. If it doesn't make sense for you, please stick around. Get your questions answered. Please don't leave either of these doors with a question still in your mind. Get your answers before you say, okay, yes, it's for me. Maybe no, it's not for you, and that's fine, like I said. But with that, I'm pretty much going to shut up. I'm going to bring up Damon. I don't even know what you're going to talk about, but go for it. to kind of fill in the cracks with what everyone wants to say. Without a doubt, one of the best in my business, kind of led everybody here to where they are, and is going even further. Will be in his car within the next month, if not the month after that. So if nothing what Remy said, what I said, if none of it clicked, please listen to this kid, because like I said, he is one of the best in my business. In the business, he will exactly teach you what we're doing here, how to do it, every step of the way. So, Damon?
Yep.
I don't know what to really touch on. I mean, what we're really doing here, it kind of made sense to me. Obviously, the product's on point. I was an athlete with this guy, chilling in a dorm room, doing nothing with my time. When this kind of fell into my lap and just took it and ran with it, and obviously I'm still involved 9 months later, so it's doing something for somebody. But I mean, what we're really doing here is building an asset. It's that simple, right? What the 3% of the population that owns 97% of the wealth in America, it's what they do. They build assets. They let their money work for them instead of working for their money. Right? So Josh touched on it a little bit. We get a network of consumers actively consuming Venus products. But how you make that, what we call wipe your ass money, you build up a big ass asset, right? So that while you're sleeping, you have income coming in. While you're awake, you have income coming in. While, the girl that we just signed up, I'm only saying this because she's about to watch this video, but the girl that we just signed up in New Zealand, like she's sleeping right now, right? So when I wake up tomorrow, she's gonna grind for herself, not for me. I'm not her, boss, CEO, nothing like that. She grinds for herself, and just because I introduced this concept to her, we help her, I make money, and she makes money. So we're both happy, and that's what I didn't find at my 9 to 5. I was replaceable. I was expendable. I had my boss telling me all the time, like, if you don't come in, sit here at this desk for 5 hours of your time, don't study, even though I was on the college campus, don't study while you're here, you'll be fired. So, I hated that. I hated working a 9 to 5, to be completely honest, and I just wanted something different. So this kind of fell into my lap, and it just made sense. I buy Gatorade all the damn time, or I used to buy Gatorade all the damn time. Red Bull, Rockstar Monster, Starbucks, different products all the time, right? Kind of. But we buy different products. I was a big consumer of Gatorade just because I was an athlete, and I realized I could stop spending money on Gatorade, start spending money on the alternative form of Verve, their energy drink, and literally get a free website. And I looked at it as, if I made $1 with Vima, I made more than what I was going to make with Gatorade. It's that simple, guys. So it's what smart people do. It's just a lot of people get caught up, I think, in this business with the money, all that, flashy stuff. But this thing, the only way you see that type of income, honestly, is if you work very hard. Like day in and day out, stay up, miss school, do whatever you have to do to get it done, right? And I'm just being blunt, straight up honest with you. It doesn't happen overnight. But it does work if you work, and it's proven by our system. Tyler Small, one of my biggest mentors, he made close to $250,000 at 20 years old last year. Right? Like,
After how many months?
That's a lot of money to be making at 20. to be honest, at that point it was very evident when I found out, when I linked up with this guy, it was very, very, very evident to me that, like, it didn't matter how long he was involved, he made $250,000. That's enough to feed the whole hood where I'm from. Like, real shit. So, pardon my French. But it just made sense to me. You could reallocate money and put in time, put in work, put in energy, put in effort. Those same, 5 hours that you spend at your job, you could spend doing calls, doing Skypes, connecting with people, which we're naturals at anyway. How many, does everybody in here have a Facebook? Cool. Like, just utilize those networks and build our net worth. Got that one from my boy Tim. It's that simple, guys. It really is. Don't overcomplicate the system. We're here to, help you guys. This thing is not by any means sign up, thanks for your money, goodbye, go do your own thing. This thing is sign up, plug into the system, and we're going to help you. We're going to give you the resources, everything that you need. But again, it works if you work. So you give us 20, we're going to give you 80, and we're going to run with the runners, walk with the walkers, and jog with the joggers. you know, but we're gonna make this thing work. I'm in it to win it. I'm sure, you know, Christina, Louis, Remy, Shokan, Jabari, Tim, everybody in here that's already involved in the business, they're here to help you. So it's not just me, right? It's not just like this small circle of people. We do this all the time. Different countries, different states, different cities. We're traveling around with our best friends. And honestly, this summer it's going to be crazy because, like, literally all I'm going to do, honestly, is have cookouts. Just like we did last summer. Because I like food. Honestly.
I like free food, so.
And literally, exactly. Right? That's all we're going to do. I don't have to work that 9 to 5. You know, obviously you can do that if you want, and I'm not disrespecting anybody. By all means, I understand, you know, 9 to 5 is stability. But this thing, again, it's the power of part-time. I started this thing part-time. 2 weeks later, I quit my job because I made more money in this thing in half the amount of time than I did at my regular job. It just made sense. You know, so it's just a reallocation of time, really. The money aside, you know, this thing has obviously grown to be pretty damn big. I've met great people. We're traveling out to like Las Vegas in a few months, or next month actually. Damn, a few weeks.
36 days, right?
Yeah, damn. You know, to learn from some of the best in the business. Like some of the biggest mentors that you can find out there, guys that are veterans at this thing, and it's like, why take advice from people that aren't getting the results that you don't want? That's why we're traveling out there. Yeah, it's an investment. Yeah, it's time. We're gonna have a ball out there, obviously, but yeah, like we're going out there to learn from some of the best, and it's crazy, but it's happening. And you know, plug into the system. It works if you work.
See, one more thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Y'all know how your phone be charging at night or no? You know how
Nope.
your phone works? No, nobody really know how that works, right? You know, the electricity, shit like that. If you trust when you charge your phone at night, that shit when you wake up, that shit gonna be on 100%. Right? Same shit with this. You plug yourself in, you just trust, your bank account gonna follow. So same shit with this, y'all. It's fun.
You don't necessarily have to know how it works off the bat. It's like any job.
Earn while you learn.
It's like any job. You plug into the system. We're here to help you, and like we're not gonna like say, hey, you're fired. Again, you know, you plug into us, we're gonna give it your all because it's simple. The bigger we help, the more people we help, the more money we make. But it only works if we help people. So that's the concept. And anybody that has questions, like stick around. That's what these are for. Any question, no question is a dumb question at all. Like stick around, link up. Raise your hand if you're in Vima.
Huh?
Cool. Ask those guys questions.
Does anybody have questions? Like off the top of your head, even if you're involved?
I got one thing regarding like why this isn't in stores.
Oh yeah, because basically network marketing is word of mouth advertisement. So there's no billboards, there's no, you know, we're not putting our products in stores, no billboards, no TV ads, no newspaper ads, no letters in the mail, no nothing like that. Simply because we realize that those types of advertisements are not working today. So put it in perspective with Red Bull pays about $900 million a year to advertise their products. So, you know, the guy that jumped out of space, $20 million into his pocket. Red Bull paid him $20 million. I wouldn't even do that for fucking an unlimited amount of money. But anyway, Sean White, sticker across his helmet, $2 million. You know, they pay a shit ton of money for people to, you know, rep their brands. So basically, like I said, you know, us wearing whatever, the Sperry's, you know, the North Face, it's the same thing. Only now, our CEO is not paying for, you know, those things. We're simply just doing it for him. So what we do is he said, okay, I'm going to give these products to the people consuming it, and they go and tell their friends. The more people that they tell, the more that they make. So half of every single dollar that's earned in this company, the CEO gives back out to the consumers. So like I said, we did just over $220 million last year. 110 of that went back out. This year we're supposed to do over 500 mil. 250 is going to go back out. How much of the pie do you want? So basically that's why it's 9 stores, because traditional advertisements aren't working